I only did the bare minimum when I got roped into babysitting. My sister Bridget called Tuesday afternoon all cheerful. Making lasagna tonight. Mom and dad are coming. You should come too. I hadn't seen my parents in 2 weeks because of work, so I agreed. Dinner was actually nice. We ate and talked about normal stuff. After mom and dad left around 8, Bridget cornered me in the kitchen. The bathroom sink is leaking bad. Trevor and I need to run to the hardware store before it closes. Can you watch the kids real quick? I checked my phone. 8:10. I had trivia at 9:30. How long? 45 minutes tops. She was already grabbing her purse. I have plans at 9:30. We'll be back by 9. Promise. She smiled and left with Trevor. I was drying the last dish when I noticed her phone on the counter. She'd forgotten it. A text popped up from someone named Nicole. Good luck tonight. Mediator will believe you have family help now. My stomach dropped. I knew her passcode. I opened the texts and my face went hot. Bridget had been texting Nicole about custody mediation with her ex Kevin. The mediator wanted proof Bridget had reliable childcare, so Bridget had been planning these family dinners specifically to trap me into babysitting, then taking photos of me with the kids as evidence for her lawyer. Tonight wasn't about a hardware store. She had the actual mediation at 8:30. She'd be gone hours. 9-year-old Mason ran in. Can we have dessert? I was furious. Bridget wanted to use me as proof of good childcare? Fine, let me show what my babysitting looks like when I don't care. I gave all 3 kids huge bowls of ice cream at 8:30 at night. When Mason asked to play video games, I said yes, even though Bridget has a strict no screens after 7 rule. When 7-year-old Ivy asked to watch the zombie show all her friends talked about, I turned it on. Bridget always said no because it gave Ivy nightmares. 4-year-old Owen asked for markers. I handed him the whole bin without checking if they were washable. I texted my friends at 9:15 that I couldn't make trivia. 9:30 came. No Bridget. Mason played his shooting game with the volume maxed. Ivy sat next to me asking questions about every scary part. Owen was being quiet somewhere in the back. 10:45, Owen walked out covered in blue and red marker. I looked down the hall. He'd drawn all over his bedroom walls. Big scribbles everywhere. Nice art, buddy, I said. 11 o'clock. Ivy fought sleep but wouldn't go to bed because her episode wasn't over. Mason was 4 hours into gaming. At 1:20 in the morning, Bridget and Trevor finally came home. Bridget's face went white seeing Mason still awake, controller in hand. Then she saw what Ivy was watching and lost it. What is she watching? She's 7! I grabbed my jacket. Kids are alive. I'm leaving, Trevor shouted from the hallway. Bridget! Owen drew on his walls with permanent marker. Bridget turned red. You let him draw on the walls? You said 45 minutes. You were gone 5 hours. I found the texts on your phone. I know about the mediation. I know you've been using me for your custody case. Her mouth fell open. Don't ask me to babysit again. I left. Next morning, my phone exploded with angry texts. How Mason has screen time limits. How Ivy will have nightmares. How they'll have to repaint Owen's room. I ignored all of it. The best part came 9 days later. Kevin's friend Rick had stopped by that night around 11 to drop off the kids' stuff. He knocked, but nobody answered because the game was so loud. He peeked through the window to see if anyone was home and saw everything. Mason gaming at midnight. Zombies on TV. Owen covered in marker. Rick snapped a photo and texted Kevin. Dude, what's happening at Bridget's house? Kevin's lawyer showed that photo at the next mediation. Asked Bridget about her reliable family childcare that let kids watch gore at midnight. Bridget tried explaining I was being petty, which made her look worse. Like she couldn't even manage her own babysitter. The mediator denied her request. Said if her support system was this unstable, Kevin's structured schedule made more sense. Bridget called screaming, but I hung up. She hasn't asked me to babysit since.